Hello, I'm Carmelita Fernandes, a communication trainer and voice coach based in Pune. My journey started with corporate communications in a leading private sector bank in Mumbai. I'm also a certified trainer from the Indian Society of Training and Development. I specialize in helping professionals find their voice and enhance their speech, elevate their vocal presence. Alongside training, I've also co-authored 2 books, partnered with newspaper columnists, and spoken on panels with associations like IASAP, The Million Pixel, and also featured on Z Business TV during panel discussions. For me, communication goes beyond speaking. It's about connecting. And I hope to bring that connection to your team. Thank you.
In a corporate context, the voice should be controlled and yet expressive enough, because expression and tonality are able to resonate with your audience. Whenever I speak about voice, I like to cite examples. So here's an example about a scenario of a project manager. He's presenting a new profit strategy to his team. So there are 2 versions of this. One is a monotone version and the other is a voice modulated version. So the monotone version goes like this. Our sales increased by 5% last quarter. The marketing team worked on campaigns. Next quarter we aim to increase it by 10%. Well, did that really resonate with you? Not really. A voice modulated version will go like this. Our sales jumped 5% last quarter. A real win for the marketing team. And then you pause, and then you say, looking ahead, we're aiming even higher at 10% next quarter. So you see, there's a difference in the second version, because the second version.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mehul Shah Show Baaton Hi Baaton Mein. Once again, I am in Pune with a very special guest of honor, that is Miss Carmelita Fernandes ma'am from Pune. And दोस्तों, आपने मैम का इंट्रोडक्शन वीडियो में देखा ही रहेगा. तो चलिए आज हम बात करेंगे मिस Carmelita Fernandes ma'am, the voice accent coach. So hi ma'am, welcome to my show. It's an honor to have you.
Good evening. I'm really very glad to be on your show, Mehul. And this has been happening after 6 years of meeting?
Yeah, 6 years.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Okay, so ma'am, you were having a past experience in banking sector. So what made you start your next career as a voice accent?
Oh yes. So while I worked with a bank, I wouldn't necessarily say that I was with core banking. I was with corporate communications. And since I had a passion for communication, I decided to start my own venture in communications. So communication is not so different from corporate communications, except that there are no press releases and there are no media analysis and things like that.
Great. Okay, so ma'am, like, why is voice so important as an effective communication? What do you think on this?
Oh yes, voice is an instrument of communication, for it carries your authority and credibility. And beyond the words that you speak is their pitch, tone, accent, volume. All these constitute voice modulation, which is important for communication. So in a corporate context, the voice should be controlled and yet expressive enough, because expression and tonality are able to resonate with your audience. Whenever I speak about voice, I like to cite examples. So here's an example about a scenario of a project manager. He's presenting a new profit strategy to his team. So there are 2 versions of this. One is a monotone version and the other is a voice modulated version. So the monotone version goes like this. Our sales increased by 5% last quarter. The marketing team worked on campaigns. Next quarter we aim to increase it by 10%. Well, Did that really resonate with you? Not really. A voice modulated version will go like this. Our sales jumped 5% last quarter. A real win for the marketing team. And then you pause, then you say, looking ahead, we're aiming even higher at 10% next quarter. So you see, there's a difference in the second version because the second version elevates the tone. It also has a slower pace. There's a micro pause between compounded words, between groups of words, and that allows for clarity. Now, talking about clarity, what exactly is clarity? Clarity is just getting your audience to hear the message that you intend them to hear.
Great, great sharing, ma'am, and like great example you had quoted. Okay, so ma'am, my next question is, why do you feel this storytelling is very beneficial in today's corporate world?
Yeah, storytelling transform data and information into memorable experiences. So, in a corporate context, leaders would like to connect with their team. They would like to make their presentations more persuasive. They would like to simplify complex ideas. And basically, storytelling is humanizing your story. You're humanizing, you're putting emotion to what you're saying. And when you humanize emotions, you're going to evoke those similar emotions from the listener. And in evoking emotions from the listener, it is going to influence action. It's going to foster engagement. As always, I like to cite an example for every point I make. So let's take the example of a leader presenting a quarterly performance data. So there are two deliveries here. A plain delivery would go like this. Our revenue grew 8% this quarter, mainly driven by the new digital product line. Well, you understood the message, but has it really driven home? Has it really made it memorable? No. So let me do another version with storytelling in it. So the second version is 3 months ago, our digital product line worked late in the night trying to iron out the bugs before the launch. I still remember Ria sitting late on one particular feature of the project. She sat way beyond midnight, determined that the project had to be flawless. And it was this persistence of Ria that paid off and translated into an 8% revenue. So you see, the second version shows that there was engagement of emotion, there was appreciation of the team members, there were so many elements in the narrative that makes you remember that 8% revenue jump. So that's storytelling. That's the effect of storytelling.
Great, ma'am. Great sharing, great idea, great. Okay, so ma'am, just tell me one thing. What are the ideas or what tip can you share to the audience who are struggling for right presentation, hand movement, or we can say pronunciation, dictation? So, what is your idea on this? Like, what can you share?
Well, pronunciation and diction are all about precision and clarity. So, while I have numerous tips on the subject, I can offer you, say, 4 or 5 tips for now because of paucity of time. So, the first tip is to avoid commonly mispronounced words like economy, which is actually economy, or psychology, technology, which is actually psychology or technology.
Correct.
Same with academic is mispronounced as academic. It's February, not February. It's bruschettas, not bruschettas. So you see, these words are commonly mispronounced, and it can really be annoying to the listener when you don't get the words pronounced rightly. Now the second tip is about your neutrality in accent. Well, this is the most challenging part because while I don't work extensively on accent, I can manage to help my students, my clients, to rid themselves of partial accent by listening to BBC learning videos and practicing aloud, and not just practicing aloud but recording their voice, playing it back so that they can self-assess. So if they can't self-assess, they can ask their mentor, the neighbor, or the friend, someone who will give them an honest critique so that they know exactly where they're going wrong. So that's for the second tip in accent. The third one is to do with breathing. So breathing exercises, I have recently been introduced to this pranayam, because when you do your pranayam of inhaling through one nostril, exhaling from the other nostrils, it calms the butterflies in your stomach. And when you calm down, your nerves are settled down before a presentation or a public address, then you're going to go with a nice slower pace, a studied pace, and you will know when to put your effective pauses so that your message drives home. The fourth tip would be something to do with the most important thing actually comes first. It is hydration. Hydrate your vocal folds by drinking water. Actually, not drinking, I would say sipping water every 15 minutes. Figure out a way in which you can do it. You can place your water bottle, your glass full of water next to your laptop and keep sipping it, because water is important for singers, voiceover artists, trainers, educators, anyone who uses voice. And apart from that, there are vocal exercises also which I used to pursue, and I have a string of exercises that I've learned from laryngologists, speech therapists. It's to do with lip trills, it is to do with brrs and trrs and everything that loosens up the larynx. So water, vocal exercises, there are about 30 or 40 exercises that I have. So if you do that, it increases your voice range. It increases your, your pitch. You can, one moment go high, you can also go low, and there are various things that you can do with vocal exercises. So I think these many tips should be all right for starters.
Great. I have one question on this. In your example number 2, you said BBC learning module. So what is that?
So BBC is conducted by the British Broadcasting Corporation. They have a lot of learning courses. They're of course not easy to sign up because it costs quite a bit. It takes time, but you can watch the diction, because British English is what we India follow. We follow British English. If you listen to Brits, you're going to get it right. So you can listen to American videos, but American videos are an antithesis of British videos. So I would say go with British learning videos, because you will learn the pronunciation, enunciation, diction to the T. So I think I have an example here about if you feel nervous, you take a breath and all that. So there's one line I like to quote.
Sure. Please.
So this one saying, I'll say it. We believe this strategy will increase your ROI significantly. You see, did you understand what I was saying? Because I was fast and I didn't breathe, I didn't put a micro pause or any pause in between. But I can also go like this. There's a second version. We believe this strategy will increase your ROI significantly. Now, I have overpaused, which is not right, because at the end of a long sentence, you're going to get disconnected from the message. So the right way to do it would be group words together. So I'll group 4 words. We believe this strategy will increase your ROI significantly. So we believe this strategy, micro pause, will increase your ROI significantly. So you have put a pause in between, and there's a meaning that is derived from this way of rendering the sentence.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for sharing everything. All your examples might help us to improve ourselves.
Absolutely.
Okay. My next question is, Ms. Carmelita, how do we balance body language and voice together? Because this can be a challenge during the public speaking, when we are giving a presentation. So this might be an issue. So how can we manage both the things?
Oh, this is a very important aspect of communication. A lot of people think that it is only to do with voice, but I would say that voice and your gestures and postures and body language are 2 sides of the same coin. So gestures, as in you can either sit without making any gestures. Gestures, you can move your hands, and also you can move from with your feet if you're standing and talking at the TEDx platform or something. So movement is something that is important, because audience is trained to get bored if you just stay in one position. I'd like to demonstrate something. So supposing I say, I'm really very excited at this opportunity. I've crossed my arms and I'm not showing any excitement. But I can say the same thing by making gestures and saying, I'm really excited about this opportunity.
Clear the difference.
Yes, so you can see there's a difference, because firstly, my gestures are open, my postures are nice, my stands are confident, and I have put an emotion or tonality. I've elevated my tone by saying, I'm excited, I'm smiling, because if you don't smile, you're not going to get that emotion out from your voice.
Correct, correct. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this idea. Okay, ma'am, my last question to is that what change do you see, or like what you have experienced in the audience after they take this type of trainings, especially in communication or improving their voice?
Oh, yes. So that's one question. My students or the participants of my training, Mehul, they definitely get more confident than what they were before. There's an elevated tone, they articulate better, they know better synonyms, better words. But what I find is definitely there's a visible reduction in filler words. Now, here, I'm reminded of an example where there was a leading advisory firm. He was giving an instructional video which lasted 10 minutes, but I took about 45 minutes to understand what he was saying. Why? Because he added a number of filler words. It was so annoying, I just couldn't understand what he was saying, so I had to go back and forth to make sense of his instructions. So this happens quite often. So I like to cite, this is my really favorite example.
Sure, please go ahead.
So it says, say if I say something like this. So I think we should maybe, look at that report again before making a decision. So you see, you wonder what exactly is the message. There are so many filler words in this that you struggle to understand the message. So these filler words are all removed. At least they are aware that they are speaking like this, and they make a conscious effort not to repeat it. So the students, what they do is often they find their authentic voice. When I talk about authentic voice, is they already have the voice within themselves. The only thing is they are not aware of it. So now the awareness is driven home. I give them children's stories and narratives and corporate ads and scripts to recite, so that when they come out, they emerge from my training, they are picture perfect. And the thing is not only just being picture perfect. Why would you want to be picture perfect when you want to speak? Obviously, it's going to be transformative. Transformation, also leads to how they are perceived. So when they're perceived well by, say, the organization, it can lead to a promotion or in clinching a business deal. So if you sound confident, you speak well, you're going to, let your clients buy into that vision. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, my final question to you before we close and we say see you to the audience. Any special message to the audience as a voice expert? Can you say something to the audience? Any guidelines?
So apart from the tips I've already given, I would say that do everything with passion. Put down your affirmations every day, and practice is the key word. If you don't practice and you just learn it as a form of theory, you're not going to get there in a long time.
Thank you so much. And ma'am, how can the audience get in touch with you? How can they reach you?
Oh, they can reach me on LinkedIn. I have an email which is floating around on LinkedIn. That is the most easy way to reach me. I have a number, though the number may not be available on LinkedIn. But primarily, LinkedIn would be the way to go. Or, they can go through some of my promoters.
Great. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your valuable time. So, guys, this was Mehul Shah, your host and host from Bato Hi Bato Mein. And Madhav Bag, thank you so much. And we have started your journey by promoting your vision, disease free India, with my first guest, with Miss Carmelita Fernandes from Pune. चलिए फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में विद समवन ग्रेट, नेक्स्ट गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर. तब तक के लिए बने रहिए हमारे साथ. थैंक यू सो मच. जय हिंद, जय भारत.